Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm going to be speaking about why I've decided to sleep on the floor. And before I get into this, I just want to say that I have slept on the floor in the past before. I did it for maybe 4 or 5 months when I was in college in my dorm room. I completely took my bed apart. I took off the bed frames and I just simply had a mattress on the floor and I was sleeping on the floor. And it worked just fine. And mind you, this was in Vermont in the absolute cold. So the good thing is the bed was right next to a radiator, so it helped. Now I'm in India, so it's pretty warm. There's some lizards and spiders sometimes. But even then, I decided to sleep on the floor. Why do I decide to sleep on the floor? It's a very good question. I was asked this very recently. Why do I do it? Well, first of all, I've always been a rebel, okay? I've always had this experimental streak inside of me, wanting to try new things, wanting to do new things. Always constantly refining, optimizing, and creating my character each and every single day. And I feel like this is one of those elements that's really going to build my character. Now, I follow the program Lion's Den by Arash Bazar, and basically, in that program, one of the core philosophies or tenets of the beast is sleeping on the floor from Stoicism. Okay. Now, what exactly is Stoicism? A lot of people are miscalibrated or don't really understand what it is. In my personal experience, it's very similar to cognitive behavior therapy and actually helps you with emotional issues and emotional regulation. A lot of people, they portray it in media as stoic men or men who are repressing their emotions, but moreover, I feel that they've found a way to maintain and process their emotions. It's ultimately powerful. So in Stoicism, they believe in this concept of doing things that take away the ordinary privileges in life, okay? And it's similar to kind of a monk philosophy. That's why we say it's a Stoic monk philosophy, okay? So basically, to ask yourself the question of what Seneca said is this what I really feared? Is this really what I really feared? Is this ultimately what I feared all this time? Are you kidding me? You get what I'm saying? And it gives you this sense of mental toughness. Not a sense of it, it gives you mental toughness, essentially. It installs the character traits of mental toughness into your mind. It's a reminder that ordinary privileges, like a comfy, fluffy bed, can be lost. A lot of great people, they used to sleep on a couch or sleep on a futon or a mattress when they first started out. Now, I've been very privileged in my life, but I want to experiment and see, can I handle having privileges taken away from me? It's a mindset shift. This is inner work to its maximum, especially in the time of COVID, where everybody's just sleeping most of the time, right? But you're not going to look back in time and be like, oh man, I wish I would have slept more. I just wish I could have slept more in my life. No, you're not going to want to, do that. We've become too specialized to sleep on softer surfaces. We've become too comfortable. We order things on Amazon and it arrives the next day. We can microwave our food. And we do things that are very, very different to the hunter-gatherer societies, right? We found ways to make life easier for us. But one of the tenets of Stoicism is the obstacle becomes the way. The obstacle is the path. So whatever resistance that you feel, you use it, you utilize it, and you infiltrate it. You go through it. You allow for it to add value in your life. Instead of pushing it away or trying to avoid things, you use it, you utilize it as a part of your growth and potential. Instead of chasing comfort, I've decided I'm going to go back to my roots. And this was my whole purpose of, being in India. So if I'm closer to the floor, I'm really earthing. I'm really coming back to the roots. So we aren't going to naturally relax. I know this. This is just my first day of having this bed on the floor, sleeping on the floor in a sense, right? I didn't naturally relax, and I'm sure there's going to be a tough period where I get used to it. From what I've heard, it's very good for back pain and neck pain. Both of the two things that I'm currently suffering from. Sleeping on the floor gets you this process of learning to really tap into your own body and learn from your own body. How does your body relax? Not just on a soft, fluffy surface, but how does it relax mentally? How do you mentally relax your body? How does your muscles relax around your bones very naturally? If you were on a desert island or if you were in the middle of nowhere somewhere and you had to, in that moment, sleep in wilderness, sleep in somewhere random, could you be able to do it? Would you be able to survive? Would your survival mentality kick in? Now, I've not always been a fan of these survivor shows and, wilderness and all this kind of stuff. However, looking at it, really, really looking at it and channeling the deepermost part of my beingness, I recognize that there is a primal man inside who knows that everywhere that he walks to, everywhere that he goes, his heart is his home. Now, I don't know if this has anything to do with the fact that I grew up around a lot of places. I traveled a lot, mainly because of my parents' work. I moved from country to country growing up. But I've had this flow mad, this energy of movement, of momentum inside of me, of constantly wanting to see where I can push my very edge. Because I don't want to be the same person that I was yesterday. I don't want to be that person. I'm going to constantly evolve, no matter what. Because the opposite of that is death. Stagnation is death. And I'm here to be alive. So, I know this is going really deep on the topic of why I sleep on the floor, but it really isn't. It's a mentality, it's an essence, it's a purity. It comes with a lot of gratitude and understanding that I have somewhere to sleep. But at the same time, I'm a transient vagabond wanderer in this universe. That, sure, this is my home and I'm in Kolkata right now, but this does not define me. I define me. And the universe gets to decide what to do with the energy that I'm putting out of discipline, of self-control, of gratitude. It gets to decide what to do with it. I'm just demonstrating it. I'm just allowing it to happen. I'm just creating the space and the facility to do that. But the more I get clear on that path, on that purpose, the more all of these disciplines, these rituals make sense. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I have a program, it's called Flow Zone Academy. It's split into 3 months, mind, body, spirit, each month. And as we integrate all those 3 elements of really getting you to fine-tune your flow states, not just use it just to get by, but really fine-tune and re-engineer your consciousness to be able to tap into that good feeling within. Anytime that you choose, anytime that you just decide, I want to feel good right now, and being able to tap into that. Not a lot of people have that ability to be able to actually do that. There's going to be a lot of baggages in the way. There's going to be a lot of limiting beliefs coming up. There might be some past traumas or triggers coming up. But can you do that? It does take a lot of inner work to be able to get to that space. But once you are in that space, everything can be maintained. It's everything, which is a circle with a twist, as Kurt Vonnegut says, which is the infinity sign. To end this video, I want to read out, I've been reading the Tao of Seneca, and I've had some really, really interesting thoughts based on these. So I just read, the first 3 letters or so, but let me read this to you, okay? So it says, some of it is paraphrased in my own words, but this is what I understand from it, okay? This is from Seneca. No person will heal if one medicine is tried one after another. When someone travels everywhere all the time, they'll have acquaintances but not friends. When you read books, read few from the experts, the standard authors. It is the sign of an overnice appetite to toy with many dishes. Contented poverty is an honorable estate, because it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. First have what is necessary, and then have what is enough. You had a friend give me this letter. If you spoke about him as a friend the same way we refer to candidates of an election as honorable gentlemen, I understand. But if you consider any man a friend that you do not trust as you trust yourself, then you are mistaken, and do not understand where true friendship lies. Speak as boldly with him as with yourself. Judge a man before a friendship is settled, not after it is formed. Judge a man after making him your friend, instead of making him their friend after they've judged him. Okay? These are some of the notes that I took. Now, listen to this guy's mindset. Okay? The man who craves too much, who is the poor one. Listen to this. He's speaking about poverty mindset in such a way that we speak about, oh yeah, abundance, scarcity in this day and age, but he's really breaking it down, guys. And this is an ancient philosophy. You know, Stoicism and Taoism are like my yin and yang to create this character that is Sumed, the flow state coach, here to provide value to you guys. Without a philosophy, without a footing, without a foundation, I might just topple over. But with certain ideas and concepts, I can keep myself formidable and grounded and not float up into the clouds, but to earth and bring myself back to serenity and prosperity. I hope you have an amazing day. May the flow be with you. Share this video with a friend. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. See you next time.